It's starting.
Thank you. It's starting. We're back. So you guys are on this mountain range, which I actually ended up giving names to.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's some work.
I did a little bit of work, just a tiny
Just
bit.
a little bit.
I mean, I could do more work if you want me to.
I did.
Rin is like Rin Peaks or something like
Rin Peaks, yeah.
It's the 9 peaks of Rin. Good tree collection.
Yeah. Tell me more.
Nothing but
We're great at this. All right. It's on this page. Of course it
that.
is.
We just renamed a city,
Yes, you to Dakala.
Dakala.
So you are now at the mountain pass, which is
With our tree friend.
Yeah, I did that Aether Sense thing, and I was, well, not Aether Sense, it was something. And I was able to see that we're like pretty close to to where it's starting, so we slept here.
Go ahead and both of you make a. Are you proficient with history, either of you, or Arcana?
No.
And no.
Okay. So then go ahead and make a roll for me, and if it's a natural 20, then you'll get proficiency
Okay.
in the check.
Permanently.
Okay,
Yes.
that's 3.
Okay.
Natural 20!
Really?
Really?
Not kidding.
Oh, nice.
I'm a history buff now.
Are you doing history?
Wait, does he permanently have a history?
No.
Okay.
Come
Just
on.
for this check.
Yeah, I'll do
Come
this.
on.
Okay. So through your nomadic knowledge, you would know that the stronghold itself was built many generations ago, a few hundred years ago, anywhere from like 400 to 300 or so years ago. This stronghold was built, and it was originally built in good faith for the previous nations that were there. It was made as a stronghold, as a place of power, to ward off any invasions or natural disasters, that kind of thing. It was seen as a beacon of hope. And then when eventually Grimthane came, or not Grimthane, Geisland came about, and it became its own nation, that the Dreadgate became less and less of a place of hope and more a place of a military stronghold. It became a thing of like, no, we want to make sure that it has a good purpose, but is not like an outward threat. And then eventually, then Etheria took over. There was a coup. It rebranded to Etheria, and now it is seen as it holds the name true to the Dreadgate. It is a stark and horrible place, and
We don't see a stronghold though, right?
no, you guys currently have not seen anything.
Okay.
Because you guys are still on the side of the mountain climbing
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
So this was this is like right before the fall of Almoreth, which is the Forsaken City. So this is right before that fall that this was built. So
like, would Spencer like have memory of this?
probably through like distant, but more like because it like finalized right before Almoreth had fallen, right before Geislandia took arms against them with the rest of the other nation states, and it was originally made to keep the Ark Republic from invading, and that's what was there originally before Arkless. And it was to like limit their trade and their overall power, just to kind of keep them in check after everything had now started to happen, with all of these different like rising tensions within Almoreth's borders. It now serves as a sign of Etheria's strong military might and xenophobia, specifically against Arkless. It's now seen as a full frontal assault against Arkless and its narratives, its livelihood. It's made specifically to combat them. So, where is this at?
So whatever happened here just spawned in out of nowhere, basically. Like according to his history.
What do you mean?
Like what does he have knowledge of? Because he knows what it used to be
Yes.
with that check.
Yes.
So does he know around when it just happened? The dread happened.
So the Dread Gate itself, the name kind of, it used to be known as like the stronghold, the gate, but it eventually became known as the Dread Gate, and that was through a lot of conversation, a lot of like whispers between different people, but there was no exact moment that people in modern day can remember why it's called the Dread Gate. Seems like that history is maybe covered up. I wrote them down, but I don't remember where I wrote it down. But it is, I want to call it, I think it's like the Dread Peaks or something like that is what they're called now. It basically sits between two mountain peaks, and it was built across those. And that was a mountain pass that was originally there, a huge mountain pass. But once that was starting to be built, it was blocking the Ark Republic completely off. But you know that there is a lot of heavy military going in and out, but you would also know most of their focus is to Arkless, not from behind.
And we are behind?
You are
We're
behind.
entering from
Yes.
the rear.
But all the soldiers we've seen, like all the places have been like wiped out. So, would we know if it would be empty, based on our knowledge of it?
Nope.
Of like Etherian soldiers, like if they have soldiers here.
There is most likely soldiers here. This is a place that Etheria would never give up.
Okay. I've had this idea in my head, like that it's just empty. So,
No,
okay.
they would absolutely never give this place up. This is
Strategic.
a extreme strategic site. They would never give this place up.
That's cool.
So they're based on your guys' kind of common sense. There will be soldiers here. There will be military here. You don't know to what extent though. You know that those little outposts that have been all around here, those have all been destroyed for a little while now. Like it's not just like a recent storm came in and destroyed them. Like this is, it looks like there was an attack, but they just never rebuilt.
So the ruins of it would look like they'd been ruined for hundreds of years?
No, not
Or-
hundreds of years. Like a few years maybe.
Okay.
Like those little like bunkers, or not bunkers, more like sandbags with like the wooden platform that you guys had gone to.
Mm-hmm.
Those look like they've been destroyed for maybe a year, maybe a little longer. Doesn't look like they get incredibly long.
Okay.
So we're waking up right now?
Yeah, you're waking up right now. Were you wanting to do a night raid? Was it?
Well, we didn't. I didn't even think about there being other soldiers here.
Because I think
until now.
I think it was you guys took a nap in the middle of the day, or did you take it near the end of the day?
We
That's
took a
what I
long
think
rest
we-
because the session was ending.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But it was still like mid-afternoon,
Okay.
yeah.
and we just
Yeah,
camped
sure.
for the
Yeah.
day.
It
So-
doesn't matter what time of day it is.
So I mean, you can wake up early in the morning, or you can wake up in the middle of the night. It's up to you
Yeah.
guys.
I'd rather wake up in the morning because we're from Grimthane, so no dark vision.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's not like there's just lights out here. So.
Okay.
All right. Wake up in the morning.
Okay. You guys wake up in the morning.
But
Step outside.
I
we take
do
a
want to
deep
specify
breath.
just in case that every time we sleep, I kind of practice my companionship with my spirit. Of when we sleep, he's awake and he's
Sentry.
petrifying anything that walks nearby.
Perfect. You wake up and there is a mound of like, not a mound, but there is a few petrified animals.
Okay.
Like little squirrels, just small little critters, and you do see that there is like, you know, like when you throw like a dart and it kind of like just sails and then lands in the ground. That basically happened to a bird.
Oh.
and it's just buried halfway in the snow.
So now I want to practice. Can you make a fire?
I can make a fire.
Okay. Then I want to practice unpetrifying it
Yeah.
one by one.
Okay. Petrification is going to be a check.
Okay.
It's going to be something that's going to be a little difficult.
Okay.
What you got?
11.
11 for power?
Yes.
Okay. And now control. You need very high control.
Even through him?
Yes.
Okay. It's 81.
81? Okay. You end up unpetrifying majority of them, but in the middle of unpetrifying the crow, you end up, you're trying, and it looks like you maybe made the wing a little bit too brittle, and it just breaks off right before it started to become unpetrified.
That's okay. We only need one squirrel each. So. And then I cook them.
Okay. Go.
I probably burn it, but I don't really care. I've had worse. So.
Yeah.
Shadowfell food was really gross.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
It was gross.
That was eating them.
What did you have? Didn't you have the soul rocks? Or no?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Where I crushed it and it like made me feel like I had a full meal.
Yep.
But it didn't taste like anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was cool.
Fun times. So now you guys are.
In that tree,
Yes.
I want to pick it up.
Pick up the tree.
Just kidding, because I probably could now.
And this is a redwood, or not a redwood. This is a fir tree. These things are
I don't know.
enormous.
I have the strength of something
Douglas.
twice the size of this.
You could probably cut it down,
Yeah,
but I don't think you could deroot this thing.
yeah. I just remembered my
Yeah.
strength.
Yeah, with your belt.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we got that.
I could definitely carry him in my bag.
Yeah. So what are your strengths now? Or I know what you have. You have the belt of dragonkind.
Yeah.
But what about you? What's your strength now at?
25.
25?
Yeah,
Jeez,
plus
I
7.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be crazy.
I mean, honestly, roll a high enough strength check. It's possible. You wouldn't be able to wield it, but
Yeah, but I'd be able to push it over.
probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Forgot you had that high of a strength.
Yeah. Well, let's go.
All right.
Yeah. So, I know this place has soldiers. Do you think we'll have trouble?
Well, I was actually worried about that because we did leave pretty quickly from the city. I was hoping to get more training in, so this seems like a good opportunity.
Do we want to go in stealthily, or do we want to just walk in and see what happens?
I don't know. We always just run in. It's up to you though. I don't really care how we get there, just that we do.
Maybe I could fly ahead and spy out what's going on.
Okay.
Get a lay
Let's
of
reach the
land.
top of this place first, so we can get a good view.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys keep traveling.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty close.
Yeah.
So you spend probably good 5-6 hours of just straight snow hiking. It is getting very frigid up here. I forgot. Do you guys have snow clothes?
Yes.
Okay. Does Da have snow clothes?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Okay.
I don't think he feels elements.
What's your constitution?
It's 20, right?
It's a 20.
Yeah.
It's a 20?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're able to withstand this for a long time, but at this point, I will have you make a constitution saving
We
throw.
do have torches though.
Are you having the torches lit the entire time?
Oh, we did yesterday, so
Yeah. Does my dragon belt help me with the cold?
It does not.
no, it helps you against necrotic, I think, right? Is
Yeah,
that what
you chose necrotic.
Natural 20 again.
Are you for real?
Different dice. Natural
What is-
You gotta level up.
Oh my gosh. 2 more natural 20s in a row, level
Yes. All right.
up. So, oh, you're just going for it right now?
No, just
Oh,
for the
okay.
next roll.
Yeah.
So the cold is not hurting you significantly. It definitely is feeling pretty nippy,
Yeah.
but it's not enough to actually harm you yet.
My,
You have fur, so you're pretty good.
Yeah, my package is pretty well tucked in right now.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to tucked, how tucked?
Like pucker tucked.
Oh, okay. Like full on, like a turtle.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a snake coil.
Yeah. just like barely peeking out. Cool. I forgot I didn't have dice out. That's very important.
Yeah.
You don't need that many dice.
I always need more dice, and you know this. Perfect. So, at this point, you guys are starting to crest over into this mound, and you're now seeing, in this area, there is paved road. It is, it's not like super advanced, like it's not like cobbled, but it is a form of like concrete. This is like a actual paved road that is. It looks like it starts to continue out from this path. Once it starts to kind of like plateau a little bit on the mountain instead of being more incline. It's now starting to flatten a little bit more. So there is roads here now. So you are probably getting closer. Do you see the roads themselves? They are pretty snowed in still. Looks like there still is a lot of foot traffic, but you are getting closer to people.
So there's roads now?
Yes.
So like where would the roads be coming in our direction?
What do you mean?
Like are they only facing one direction? Or are they just starting here?
They're just starting there.
Okay.
Does it look? I mean, can we see any structures or anything at this point?
At this point, make a perception
Horizon?
check.
It's not a 20. I'm going home.
You're home already.
I'm already home.
You're at home. Dang it.
Oh, perception.
Yes.
All right, 16.
16. In the far horizon, you can see, not super far horizon, but in the horizon, you can see there are what look like pill bunkers. It looks like this is where you're starting to see strongholds and actual strength.
Do I see any like smoke coming out of them, like chimneys?
From this distance with the
Smell
16,
campfire type or wood burning stove or something.
that's relying on eye perception, or you wanted to do a smell perception?
Like a smell check.
Okay, that's a different roll. So go ahead and you have advantage on these.
So we could
dice.
natural 20 in here.
2 natural 20s. We get level up.
With the duck dice.
How about 2 natural 15s?
Hey!
That's pretty.
That
close.
works.
That's 30 basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
basically.
30.
So,
Plus 13. So. Yeah.
So
28.
28. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you do smell there from the distance. There is people burning fires out there, trying to keep warm.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know to what extent it is. Probably like little furnaces in there, but you do smell there is something burning over there. So there is active people there.
Yeah.
have we found any bodies here
Bodies? No.
from like the battle that we saw beforehand?
Mm-mm.
And there weren't bodies before either, right?
No. Seems like those have been cleaned up,
Or they're under snow.
or they're under snow.
Because it might be a good idea to like rip off one of their emblems and put it on our shoulder pads. Or something.
But I will remind you guys, you are brown, you are golden. This is
I'm gray.
white out here. Sorry, gray. This is white. So you blend in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You do not.
If I stand still, I'm just like a tree. So.
Yeah, basically. So just want to let you know that this is, for you, a stealth. This is mainly out in the open. There are trees here and like little mounds every once in a while, but it's sparse.
Yeah.
But we're
So-
covered in snow, right?
Huh?
Like we have snow on us.
Yeah, we're pretty much icicles.
There's snow on like on your pauldrons landing,
Yeah.
but you yourself are not fully camouflaged.
Mm-hmm.
So since you are out in the open like this with such a stark contrast, your stealth checks are a disadvantage.
Can you use like Druidcraft to make your armor look like the trees here?
I don't know, can I?
I mean, you can make pine needles and stuff on that.
Mm-hmm.
You still don't look like a tree. Maybe from a far
Yeah,
distance,
you'd look like a shrubbery.
but you would also know that there is. These people are soldiers. You know that Arclus was so advanced. They were enormously advanced because they had Zeke. Etheria is advanced as well. Maybe not as advanced, but they are still advanced. So binoculars are not out of the question.
Mm-hmm.
So just want to let you know, these scout pillboxes that are out there, there's like about like 4 of them, all like spread out. But there's like 2 on either side of this road, and the road, it's not like immediately on it, but there is like a gate. Eventually, as you guys are continuing to walk, you do see that there is like more detail on the pillboxes, and there is a little gate out there, and like another like hut.
Boxes or those like big towers.
So you know Normandy?
No.
D-Day?
Yeah.
So when they invaded the beaches on Normandy, and then there was those basically like concrete bunkers
Like Attack on Titan.
that they would have like those like things, and they that's a pillbox.
Like in the burial. They had those.
Okay, that's a pillbox.
Yeah, I know that better than real life.
Okay, good job. That's what that is called.
Okay.
So there is those out there.
So they're not tall and they can't like see that far.
I mean, they're taller than you guys are for sure. They're probably stand maybe about like 20 feet up, but that's about it.
Okay.
Not like enormous towers.
Mm-hmm.
But you do see that they are kind of spaced out, and they're semi well camouflaged. They're not like bright colors. They're like a dull muted color covered in snow. So they're pretty hidden, but with your perception checks you saw them.
Should I? There's people here. I can smell their smoke, and I can see. Maybe it looks like lookout.
I can't see you.
Well, I'm very perceptive. Should I wild shape into a bird and fly around and see what's up ahead?
Well, they got a lot of buildings. You can't really see that with a bird.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you should do your big search thing that you did in the underground city.
Do you think it might be too far away for them?
Well, I don't know. It's up to your abilities.
I could try.
Just focus forward instead of all around.
Let's maybe. I feel like we could be spied on pretty easy right here. Maybe we should.
Yeah,
find
let's
some-
make a fort first.
Yeah,
Okay.
an igloo or something.
Yeah. We do that.
Okay, so you start building an igloo.
We just start making
Go
like
off
a
to
little.
the side, off the path.
We know everyone's in front of us, so we just make
Yes.
a wall in front of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
As for his search ability, he
We
doesn't
would
need to
find
see.
somewhere where it's naturally
Yeah.
already a hill and maybe
Okay.
burrow in. A little
Make
bit.
a survival check or a perception check.
And I'll do strength to help him.
No, this is to find a suitable place.
Well, we'll just right here.
Alright, so 19.
19? Oh,
Perception.
yeah. Perception?
Yeah.
You look in the distance, you notice that there are small little mounds that kind of like divot in. You could probably build into that and like kind of tunnel a little bit, and you'd be perfectly fine, hidden.
Alright. I found a place. Those are
Sweet.
Okay.
I'll use my shield as a shovel.
Okay. So because this is a lot of this is it's all snow. Not all of this is ice yet. So I'm gonna say if it's a full strength check, you probably will collapse it. So
don't collapse.
So are you just trying to just get behind the mound, or and be able to and just like have snow still fall on you, or are you trying to like?
I'm just trying to make a hill in front of us because all
Yeah.
the enemies are in front of us.
We just want a bank that we can hide behind. So
Oh,
they can't see
strength
us.
is good then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just push up some.
That's gonna be a 26.
Perfect.
I rolled 14.
Roll for snow shoveling. So no,
We shoveled it.
you shoveled it. Good.
14.
Yeah, you shovel it out, and there is. You're now seeing that there is like wet mud now at the base, but better than being seen, I guess.
You blend in more now too.
Yeah.
So I sit crisscross applesauce,
Okay.
back up against the snowbank, and I summon Who's You know that thing we did where somehow we kind of fused and I was able to sense all around me in the ground?
Yes.
Can we do that again?
Yes,
Let's do it.
Master. I will say, I do not advise it.
Why?
You were very tired after.
Yes. was.
Both of us were.
Well, we want to find out. There's these buildings off in the distance, and I kind of peek over and I point at it.
You see the little flower buds, like for his eyes. You see little vines that go.
Like snail eyes.
Yep.
We're trying to. We don't want to be seen, and we want to know if there were other places or other people that might be watching us. Because we want to avoid detection.
Would you like for me to scout?
Can you do that and
Yes.
not be seen?
You see him kind of like nestle into the snow a little bit, and like
Where'd
the
he go?
little vines kind of like grab some of the snow and like put it on like a little hat. I am hidden.
You are perfectly hidden. Wait, did you move? Are you still there? He's gone. He's already gone. He's looking for you.
I will be off. And just bounds over the pile and just.
Yes.
I'll roll a perception check for Huza. I'll even roll it with a dice that matches him.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Natural 19.
Okay.
That's good.
That's
Okay.
really good.
You guys are waiting for a while. Probably like a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Because you guys were keeping your distance pretty far from there.
Yeah.
Make a perception check for me, Da. You can help as well, Cal.
You get advantage.
Advantage?
Yes.
Okay. That was a 1.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay. 24.
Oh my gosh, you're good at strength. He's good at
Dang, you
wisdom.
rolled low.
I rolled
You
11.
real low.
What'd you get?
11.
Yeah. 24.
24. Yeah.
You do hear the sound of something rumbling in the distance. Like a low rumble.
Do you hear that? Does it sound mechanical or like a
With that
beast?
roll, sounds mechanical. Does not sound like some beast tunneling.
Yes. It sounds. I hear a sound. It's like almost like that noises from the generator, maybe. Back in the place. Where was it?
Hillcrest.
Hillcrest. Where it sounded all metal and mechanical. Foul. Do you hear it?
Yes, it's quite soothing. I love that kind of sound. I think we should move it around in the world more.
No.
No, I'm messing with you.
You hear, with that roll, you start to hear slight snow crunching.
Something approaches.
Is that your wolf?
I don't know. Does it sound bigger than?
Can't you do something to check? I mean, it's your best friend.
Yeah. Is there some kind of sensory I can check for him?
Oh, it's Huza.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see him just put his head over the mound. Master,
Yes. What'd you find?
I found there are people in these bunkers. There is a gate. Looks over at the gate. The gate has a guard.
1,
2.
2 guards.
Each bunker, from what I found, has around 4 to 5.
How many bunkers were there?
4 that I could find.
Did they have armor or robes?
They had armor. Some had robes. But mainly, they were military. Dressed in black and white.
Well, what do you think, Hal? Do you think we sneak in?
Well, our destination is past this point.
Do we go
These
around?
soldiers can do whatever they want. I feel like we could go around or over.
I can
You could just turn into a giant eagle again,
carry you over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fly you over.
or I could just jump over all of it.
They
Could
have
you-
weapons and artillery in these bunkers. Large cannons.
Did you find maybe a safe way to sneak around?
Yes. Between the ones on the road, the bunkers are larger and closer. The others have bigger space between them. But it is open.
So we go through the side with the larger, tightly packed buildings. We can sneak through. Or do you want to make a wide berth around? Or do you want to fly?
Well, we can't sneak. That's not an option for us.
We're not very stealthy.
Well, also we look like we're like the elephant in the room.
I've never heard that one.
So what do you want to do, dog? Who's up?
Follow master.
What do you think Master should do?
Go between bunkers.
Do you think Master could do that, being a big brown glob?
It would be difficult.
I can get smaller.
Are you gonna turn into a mouse?
I could.
You can fly as well.
Very.
Well, flying is an issue because of the cannons.
They will shoot us down.
Fall damage is really dangerous in D&D.
What is this D&D?
I knew a guy.
Knew a guy
I heard a story about a guy
named
who
Dog.
fell.
Was his name Drac Noir?
I believe so.
I miss Drac Noir.
He always smelled so good, so manly.
Another 19. His name was Dracar Noir. A legend.
Yes. Yes, he was a legend. Even my people talk of his deeds.
He died pretty early.
He did.
I don't think he accomplished anything.
He died legendary though.
He was legendary though.
I heard he came back to life.
I don't
That's
know.
how the story goes. His cousin.
Well, if you think about it, we're bringing him back to life right now in our memories.
Yes,
He lives on.
he does.
Anyways.
All right, so I can change into something that blends in better and can sneak. What can you do? You just
I would just walk in. I wouldn't even crouch. There's no point. If I squat over, I'm still twice as tall as most people here.
yes.
You could go on all fours.
I could, and I could pretend to be a bull. I've done it before.
Or a reindeer. A really buff reindeer.
A big buff reindeer.
Let's see.
This is what happens when you have a paladin and a druid. I'd say since it's the start of the day, you would still be able to choose your spells because you haven't done anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
So if there was a spell that you wanted to use that would help you in the situation. Because you have your animal shapes, but are you able to do anything else like gaseous form, as a teleport of some sort?
You could do the-
I have gaseous form always prepared.
You can do the terrain spell too. That might be useful.
And it lasts an hour, but
There's also stone shape which wouldn't be bad given the place you're going to.
so that would give us a fly speed of 10 feet.
But how long does it last for?
1 hour.
1 hour.
So we could slowly just creep by.
You
that's-
would
that's
be able
good.
to creep by. That can happen, but that will be based on rolls of the wind, which I would have you guys roll for.
Yeah.
So if
If we did do that, it'd probably be go through buildings already. Like we would already be in the building areas.
if I wild shape while I'm concentrating, do I break concentration, or do I maintain it?
I believe you cannot cast spells while you're wild shaped.
Right, but if I've already casted it,
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking it would because
Thinking
it's
what?
already the magic's already. Oh, what do you want? Am I thinking?
Yeah.
If I cast gaseous form on him, I can only do one creature,
Mm-hmm.
and it's concentration, so I couldn't do both of us.
Yes.
But if I turn him into gas and then I turn into a ferret or something,
I'm gonna say it works because that makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
that
we
makes
should
sense.
probably do it when we're closer though.
yes.
Because you
Now-
can concentrate on spells if you cast it before you wild shape. Just don't take damage.
If I turn somebody into gaseous form
Mm-hmm.
and I like wrapped them in a bag,
Mm-hmm.
could I just
In a
carry
fart.
them? Wrap
Well,
them in a bag and then
When I'm in
wild shape?
gaseous form, I don't have to breathe, so you can put me in a bag of holding or something.
You do have the portable hole.
And everything
You don't have
wearing
to
or
breathe when
carrying.
you're in gaseous form?
Yep, you just have to get me out of there within an hour or I die.
Once the spell ends, though, does gaseous form go through dimensions? Concentration
It wouldn't
wise.
specify that.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Because there are certain spells that make sense, like banishment. That one is sending someone to another dimension and you're holding on that.
Yeah.
Hunter's Mark technically is something that you concentrate on. Or is Hunter's Mark concentration? Or is that just...
It just happens.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Hex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it would work. You would still be able to concentrate on it. But if you fail to get him out in that hour time, he would have 7 minutes. And then it's based on you have 7 minutes of air in there, and then you have your constitution air.
Mm-hmm.
So then I believe it's for every, whatever your, how did I roll this before? I think it's for however point in constitution you have, like for every, like, modifier of it. I want to say that's like an extra, like, 2 rounds. Without air. So that could work.
Speedy.
Yeah, but we should do that once we get by the buildings. That way we wouldn't have to worry about wind as much.
Well, yeah. Well, once we get to a place where we would cast it, and then I just put you in the portable hole.
I will say you guys are so high up on this mountain, the clouds are not far. You could go up into the clouds as a flying creature. But because you would be a flying creature, you would have the constitution of that flying creature, so you wouldn't have your same constitution you have now. So you probably would start to take cold damage.
Well, you can just turn into a giant snow owl.
Is that a thing?
Because giant eagle, you could just choose what kind of eagle it is.
Give me a giant owl. That gives me a 60-foot flight speed.
Mm-hmm. What's your carrying capacity?
What would that be? Your
Because I know giant
strength?
eagles can carry things, and they can carry creatures up to like medium sized. I think it specifies in their stat block, but I don't know if owls can carry because of how light they are.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It's a large beast.
Oh, it's a
13
large beast.
strength.
It's bigger than me already.
Understands but can't speak. Yeah, I don't see any carrying. But you would be gaseous, and you'd be in the bag.
I mean, if anything, he can ride on you because that is categorized as large creature. So I would say since it has a 15 strength too, it could be able to carry you guys. Or carry
And
Cal.
even if you do take cold damage, I can heal you while we ride.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but it's going to be prolonged a lot, and I'd like to save my healing.
Because how
Yeah.
much HP does the giant owl have?
All of it.
Oh wait, you'd be wild shape, so I wouldn't even worry about that because it's just extra hit points anyways.
I'm saying because if that breaks, you guys are falling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll wild shape again.
Yeah, so it's got 19 hit points naturally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's up to you guys what path you want to take to get here, to get past these guards.
And
And we're not even at the facility yet.
I could be it says the environments are Arctic, forest, and hill. So
Arctic it is.
It is.
Giant owl.
Yep. So do you want to do that?
So would that give him like resistance?
It doesn't say on here, but I don't know.
You wouldn't be taking as much damage, but because you're in the clouds, so high up on a mountain, you're gonna take cold. It's not gonna be
You
as
blend in
pronounced,
a lot more too, though.
and you blend in much more.
Mhm.
And owls fly silently.
Yeah.
It's a nice fact.
And they have dark vision, but I mean,
And they can turn their head all the way around. So.
Yeah.
Good perception. Yeah, I like that idea.
Saves you a spell slot too.
Mm-hmm.
yes. So
If we had Find Greater Steed, I could just get us both a Pegasus unicorn, but I get that next level.
still be cold
It'd be cold.
Very cold.
We could just wear blankets.
then. Yeah, and his constitution is 12, so not nearly
Yeah.
as good. But yeah, let's do it. How far of a gauging it from where we're standing right now? How far is it of a flight to
I mean,
get past them?
you'd still have the hour, like
Okay.
because the hour wild shape, right?
Like a wild shape for 5 hours. It's gaseous form. That's an hour,
Oh
but we don't need to do that.
no, you don't need to do that. So yeah,
So
you'd easily be able to make. You probably get the whole facility on that flight path.
mhm.
But the issue is you got to make sure that you're healed.
Yeah.
So that determines do you want to keep using heal spells to stay up in the air, or do you want to traverse partial ground? That's up to you guys.
Well, I wouldn't be using spells. I'd just be doing one
Your
point.
pool.
Yeah, one point
Yeah.
at a time.
But if we float, I mean, here's their encampment here. If we fly over it and they come down lower after we pass them and we're safe,
Yeah.
will I still take cold damage?
No.
Okay.
It's once you're in the clouds.
Yeah.
It's a wall, right? So we can't see what's past it.
Hmm?
Can we see what's past the?
So it's not like just like towers and then a wall in between. It's like here's the road. There's two towers that are next to it, like small bunkers, I should say. And then there's a little shack right there as well. Then there is a gate right there, and it looks like a metallic gate. It's not see through, or I meant to say it is see through. It's like a really thick wrought iron gate basically. But it's made to stop like a vehicle mainly coming through.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other ones are more spaced out, further back. So that's because the snow is starting to hit harder here. The clouds are semi-low, visibility is low with the perception check that he had originally. This is the information you guys know. You don't know what lies extremely far beyond that. You know the road continues on, so obviously it goes somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't know really what is beyond that wall because you guys are so far away.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
Okay.
Don't you know the heat metal spell?
I think so.
So I was thinking, what if I wrap my cloak around my shield and lay on my shield on your back, and you have heat metal casted while you're wild shape. That way it doesn't burn us, but it keeps us warm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do
Generally,
have
when
that.
people wear armor, they have cloth underneath it as well, and it still burns them with heat
Yeah,
metal.
but we're gonna be in a snowstorm, so it'll be like that back to back. Super warm, super cold, but we wouldn't freeze.
You'd take fire damage, but you wouldn't freeze. So it's either take cold damage or fire damage at that point.
Well, he wouldn't be taking fire damage from getting. It wouldn't be fire burns.
Heat metal?
Yeah, it's on fire.
Heat metal does fire damage.
Yeah, if you're holding it directly,
Yeah.
and wrapping it.
If you cast it on somebody who has armor, it still burns them.
Mm-hmm.
Who have things on under.
Okay.
You would know.
I know.
People wear stuff underneath armor. They're not just in their skivvies and they put metal armor over it. They put a lot of different things over it, or over themselves.
I'm just trying to
and
think
armor.
of other things to do.
I know.
Well, yeah, we'll do that then.
Yeah.
Yep. Just the normal.
Yeah, we just need to make it past this gate, and then we can come back down. And then
figure out.
We can fly lower after that.
Because the clouds themselves, like, normally it'd be like hundreds, thousands of feet up. Right now, you're at an enormous elevation. It looks maybe about like 100, 150 feet up.
Okay.
The clouds are pretty low hanging here,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah.
Well, let's start then.
My wild shape.
And describe what your wild shape looks like.
I am an Arctic snowy owl,
Mm-hmm.
endangered,
Yes.
so nobody is allowed to shoot at me
Mm-hmm.
or eat me.
And you also have tusks.
And I have tusks with runes on them.
Mm.
You can't see that from the clouds. I
Wow.
can't see that.
They're white. They're white.
Yeah.
But your dragon horns, they do go away.
Oh,
the little,
okay.
the little dragon horns
gems.
that were sprouted
Yeah.
from the magic item,
Mm-hmm.
those do go away.
Okay. And then I'm huge, so I'm a large.
Enormous wingspan.
All right. Well, I can't talk.
No.
But I can hear. I can understand.
You can chirp and squawk.
Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Well, you keep your mental stats, so you speak all your old languages.
I can't speak.
You don't get but you don't get new languages. That's what I'm saying.
Wisdom, and things that rely on wisdom and intelligence based on your wild shapes, you keep your own.
Gotcha.
Physical traits, though, you get the traits of whatever creature you adopted.
Okay.
Like if I wild shaped, they wouldn't have my belt strength. They would have their normal strength still.
Right. All right. So I.
That thing where we combined. We have to trust each other, or else we won't be strong, like we need to be. Can you honestly say with your power you could take out this whole stronghold?
This entire stronghold, no, but I can take many key features with it.
Well, it seems like we'll be here for a little bit.
I will bide my time.
Well, we'll be, if all works out, we'll be far beneath here. So we'll have a lot of time.
Of course.
Okay.
Okay. So you're having that conversation with him while you were being interrogated, which works out pretty much perfectly time-wise. As you hear the door opening. Hello. And you see the same woman. You still see that sidearm on her side, and you see that there is that wand of spirit metal that is also hanging from her hip. Looks like it's like attached with like some sort of like carabiner. And she goes ahead and sits down. And it looks like she has some notes that she's looking at in like a little file and folds it. So.
It says buoyant minotaur body.
Yeah. She goes ahead and sits down.
Don't listen to what he says.
By the way, Cal, are you wearing your bandana?
My bandana? No. I give up on that.
Okay. Nothing covering?
No, nothing. No. Well, I am wearing my armor,
Yes.
but I'm not wearing my cape because I took it off.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I don't know if the armor I buy comes with a helmet.
Probably not with
Probably
how
not.
you are.
Yeah, probably not.
No. Because is it full plate that you're wearing?
It's full heavy plate.
Full heavy plate? Where did you get it?
I got it from the merchant.
Yeah, you would have had a retrofitted helmet.
Oh, okay, then
Yeah.
it's covered then.
Okay. So full, like, everything covered. Cool.
Yeah.
What armor are you wearing, by the way? Forgot.
It's the flame rod armor with the spikes.
That's right. It has like a large like horn right here in the front, like a diamond shape. You look like a triceratops almost, with the amount of like spikes growing out from you. You look really intimidating.
Yeah.
As she goes ahead and sits down and looks up at you. So, tell me. We'll start with your name.
Do you want my nickname or the name I think I was given?
All of the above.
My friends call me Cal, but my name's Kalandor.
Kalandor. Thank you. And she starts to write. So, Mr. Kalandor, what brings you here to our military base?
I'm in search of something that I've been honestly pretty scared to go back to. I don't remember this being such a big military base. I remember it as a labyrinth.
You've been here before.
Not here. It was far below here. When we came here, I didn't expect there to be a military base, so we've been searching for a way, like maybe a cave or something. None of this was here last time I was here, from my memory.
What was the word you used? Did you say labyrinth?
Yeah, it was like a lot of corridors, weird writing on the walls. I'm coming back to face my past.
Your past?
Yes.
She looks at the guards who get a little bit more like kind of stiffened.
I know it's pretty scary. I've heard a lot of bad things about this place. I'm hoping to find out why, what I am, who I am, where I came from. That's why when I came here, and as soon as I saw a military base, I started waving my thing.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. It's gonna be 22.
Campaign ends. Calandor.
You can call me Cal.
Cal. Where do you come from?
Where do you go? You never heard that song? Okay.
Where do you?
I don't remember how I got out, but I do remember the mountain pass coming up here. Very vaguely. I was running from something. That's all I remember. I barely learned how to speak a year ago. I don't know what a lot of things are.
May we see your neck?
Yes.
You're handcuffed.
Oh, yes, you can, but it might be hard to get off with the antlers.
You see one of the guards she looks at and he kind of starts to try to get this helmet off. Not terribly difficult because it's retrofitted for your antlers. Kind of lifts it and removes it and then kind of turns your head to the side. And she sees the markings.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Well, welcome home, Cal.
Thank you. And I do miss working for Etheria. It was a nice job, but I needed to move on to greater aspirations.
Move on.
Now tell me, how... Do you know what Aether is?
What's the... I mean, a lot of people have it, right? I have it. You can see it in my antlers.
Yes, I see the crown that you wear. I also sense the essence emitting from you. And it's quite potent.
That's what I've been told.
Were you involved with the generator explosion in Hillcrestport?
Yes, I was... Well, not on purpose, but I was part of the reason it blew up.
Part of the reason.
Part of the reason.
Explain.
I was on a mission given to me by I won't disclose who, but someone in Ujor.
She's writing all this down.
And I threw a javelin at the drow that was trying to blow up the generator.
There was a drow in the heart of the generator.
Yes.
Did the drow say anything?
I have such a bad memory. I'm sorry. He did have a gun, though, I think.
A regular firearm?
I think it was a pistol.
Okay. She's continuing to write. And do you remember anything from that generator?
Like what?
What the drow looked like? What circumstances? Do you know why he was there?
Well, I mean, it's an understandable cause he was doing it for. For both sides. I don't really care anymore. I used to have really strong opinions.
About what?
about how Etheria uses spirits. But I'm more inclined on different things now, so you don't need to worry about that.
And are you dreaming?
About
Do you dream?
I don't usually dream in my sleep, but sometimes bad dreams come out. Hasn't happened recently though.
Describe these bad dreams.
I'm overcome. It's whenever I go through something bad or scary. This thing comes out of me. I grow double in size. I feel like I could rip mountains apart. And every time I wake up, I'm covered in blood. Hasn't happened though in like maybe 5 months. That's actually why I'm here. I have a sense that that thing is miles down from here.
What do you call this creature?
He calls himself Calamitous.
Make a insight check.
That's going to be 17.
You sense a little bit of fear, curiosity, and you say the name Calamitous, and that the fear bubbles up more than the curiosity does at that moment.
So I noticed that.
You notice that. But you also get a sense of excitement. It's like something is like the gears are turning in her head, like things are coming together for her. If like in her head she's piecing things together now, but also has this innate fear to her.
So that name means something to you. I can see it written all over your face. I can't tell you how many professors and leaders of nations I've asked, and none of them have a clue what I'm talking about.
Well, you are home now. This is where you began.
I think it was 2 years ago, is what I've been told.
You were part of the break. That makes sense.
I did see some ruckus outside. I hope I didn't cause too much trouble.
I don't know who it was, if you were part of that, but he always did say they would come back. And you're the first to come back.
There's more?
Do you know the name Simon C2?
Yeah.
What do you know of him?
I know he built the generator. He was one of the people that filed in my quest to help defend the generator. I had a party member who had dreams about him. I've heard a lot of bad things about him, honestly. I haven't been in Etheria long. It's been, a lot of people don't like him, I know that.
This is true. He does have a keen sense of what advancement in mortality and with the sciences and what they can do and mean for us.
He's definitely a stereotypical evil scientist.
Yes, he may be. But he is also your father.
It's funny.
I tell no lie.
That's not impossible. That's not possible. He's human.
Yes, he is human.
You're saying my mom was a bull?
Let me rephrase. He is your father not from his own genetics, but he created you.
Why?
As she looks at the guards in here. Leave. You know too much as it is. And they kind of look around. They look at her. So she goes ahead and pulls out
I'd probably be getting angry right now.
She pulls out a little device and just says, Replace these guards, please. Bring my personal guard. And you hear coming back from it, understood. As they start to, these other guards walk in, and these ones are dressed in very similar regalia as her, but they have a full covered visored helmet. And this one is, it looks like a black visor that just kind of covers it with like little eye slits through it. Like kind of like the like sci-fi like glasses, like the black ones that like kind of like have like the wide tips. That's kind of implemented into the helmet shape. And the face itself looks almost kind of like an Oni face, like that big like teethy like creepy smile kind of a thing. And they walk in and grab the guards and start to patrol them out as other guards fill the space in there. And these ones look more trained. They have spirit metal very visibly on them. One of them has a sword. The other one has what looks like some sort of like dagger that's like just like placed on his wrist. Very clearly spirit metal as well. Another one, you see his gauntlet is all spirit metal. And the other one, it looks like his entire armor, it looks like it has like bits and pieces of spirit metal inlaid into it. And they hold, the only one that really holds a weapon is the one with the sword, and it just has it on its side. All of them also have a sidearm like she does, but are not touching it. They are just standing there with their hands just kind of in front of them, just ready. These are much more confident guards.
Do you think I'd have to make any checks right now for
For
like emotionally?
That's up to you. That is up to you and how you would like to play Cal and your character.
Well, because that's kind of how I made him.
Yeah.
I haven't experienced something like this in a long time.
Yeah, this is emotional duress.
Okay. I have a lot more control over it though.
Much
so
more.
I'll make the DC higher. It's 10. Yeah, I'm good. I'm controlling emotions.
Okay.
But I'm guessing it's getting darker
Mm-hmm.
in some places.
And she is watching the fur just slowly start to transition. Which, it's full plate, so only bits and pieces of the fur is kind of like peeking out as it's
So like my eyes are like getting darker.
Yeah.
So,
Where because your helmet is taken off.
Yeah.
And she's now getting a better look at you, and the fur is slowly starting to darken a little bit.
Is it like, are there like arms on the chair?
You're still handcuffed.
Oh, I'm not like sitting down or anything.
You're handcuffed and sitting down.
Okay, yeah, I'm probably just like squeezing my hands together or something.
Mm-hmm. You squeeze your hands together, and one of the guards, his eyes trained to it, and she looks and recognizes it. So, Cal, why do you not believe me?
Because there's no reason for this. What would he have to make something like me?
You are a beautiful creation.
And why did he leave that down there?
Your perceptions are different, and understandably.
I could still sense him down there currently. I know he's down there.
A few years back, about 2.5 years ago, there was an eruption in the labs below. Not much is known about it aside from High Brass and Simon C2 himself, given that it is his lab. He was not there for the eruption, and as a result, some containments were breached, and some of his children, his experiments, managed to escape and run awry. There was a lot of fatalities that day. One of those was you. We had been searching for a very long time before he openly said, "Let them come. They will always find their way back to me."
So you didn't think anything when a Minotaur was enslaved from the Dreadgate?
I was not aware of any enslavement.
You can see the code on my neck. I've seen C2 face to face. He didn't recognize me.
When you escaped, you assumed a form. You were amorphous. You were a being that had no... You had size, yes, you had your physicality briefly, but you were no minotaur.
How did spirits choose me if I'm not real?
I don't know, but he managed to create a living being. Multiple living beings.
How do I have a connection with the gods?
That is what you were created for.
Do you know which god?
I would have to access his research notes specifically, but...
Because I only know two.
And what gods are these?
I'm not allowed to say one of them, but the other one is the Dawn Father.
The Dawnfather. You were... How much do you want to know?
Everything. That's why I'm here. That's why I've trained all this much. I came to face a demon down here, and now you're telling me my father was the demon the whole time.
He is not a kind man.
Yeah, a good person wouldn't do this.
However, he is a man with vision for this nation and for mortals.
So were the betrayers.
Sure. There was multiple projects that he developed. He found that there was a being that was able to self-replicate himself. He stole that being and figured out that being was able to self-replicate and create new forms of himself.
Was he a changeling?
Yes, he was an archfey. Being able to self-replicate in the way that he did, he spliced his genes with other ones that he had developed. Aether itself, as she holds her hand outwards, and you see little energy of green motes. Aether. It's not something shared by all, but it can be. As she squeezes her fist and it energizes, and you see it start to turn into flames as it... Aether is a gift from the gods, although it was not meant for us. It was made as a weapon to combat whatever dark horrors that they were even afraid of. As it... The gods wanted to keep this power from us. The gods were afraid of us being able to use it because we were made in their image. They knew we would try to ascend. But Simon found that there was multiple instances where there were these people, these sages of Aether. And he wanted to figure out what made them sages, what made certain people be able to continue with their Aether research. And you hear a knock on the door. And you see one of the guards walks over and like opens it. And they're very robotic, very just rigid. These guards that are in here opens the door, and you see a like a thin human man, and he goes, "Hi, I have the research tomes that you asked for. Put them on the desk." He okay, puts them on the desk. Leave. Of course. Walks out and closes the door. She goes and grabs one, starts to thumb through it. Opens it. You were part of this project.
You keep saying you. Is there more? Me?
There are multiple versions. They have adopted their own personalities, but they were made in the same way you were.
Did they escape?
Some. There was 4 escapees. You were one of them.
So I have siblings.
Yes. 4 of them escaped. And The reason we say escaped is because we held them here for their own good. We held you here for your
I've
own good.
grown in many ways.
I can see that. You have no form at all of what you originally were.
Is that a good thing?
It's growth.
Do you think I could have grown this far here?
I'm not sure. That's not for me to say.
You have the notes.
And she starts to look at it. People who exhibit aether, Simon had figured out that they all share one thing in common. Their genetics are different than others. It's written within their very genetic code, the difference to use aether. And he has called that the alpha gene. The alpha gene is what has been found in many. And with your previous thoughts, I assume you know of his aether vampirism, stealing aether from other things or people.
Yes.
He is able to extract their blood and finds the generator.
Does he have aether?
Simon, no. As far as I know, he is aspiring to grant aether to all.
Why do you think he would give himself all of the aether if he had access to it?
Simon is an evil man. He is a man who is driven by his own curse of knowledge. But he is not stupid.
Why do you fight for him?
We do not fight for him.
You're an officer for him.
We fight for the future that he brings.
You fight for the Empress.
And the Emperor.
It's the Empress that runs everything.
Be that as it may. This alpha gene was what was found in the lives of many. And he found a way to extract it and push it elsewhere. He has found that in many religious artifacts lies the essence of gods, the essence of divinity. And that is when he created the Omega Weapon Project. A way to combat the power of the gods. So he developed this essence, this energy that emits from these relics created by the gods for their most devout followers. And gathering this essence, he found that it was directly linked to divinity. A specific divine being, a creature, a god. Harvesting that essence with the self-replicating, cloning, and also the alpha gene. There were many failed attempts.
But 5 succeeded.
More succeeded in that way, but not all of them are awakened. Not all of them have woken from their deep slumber. So far, only 5 have.
Why do I remember the bottom as a labyrinth? I remember it clear as day.
That is a horrible creation of his, made to cause primal emotions and fears within his creations, so that way they will develop their minds faster.
He created Calamitous. Is that one of the Omega projects, or is that all in my head?
Both.
So he's physical.
He is not a physical creature in the way that you are. He isn't more of a energy, an essence, a harvested thing. And
Because he's linked to me still. I've been speaking with him throughout these last year.
well, that explains why he's been quiet here.
I even killed him. My friend killed him. The one in that room.
The reason why you call it a labyrinth is aptly named. Simon C2 has named this laboratory the Labyrinth of Flesh. It is where he creates all these clones and creates all these new creatures and beings. You are an awoken from these. You are a weapon against the gods.
I already knew that. It's been a driving force in me.
And that's good. That means your purpose is stronger, more potent.
But I've spoken with gods and some of them don't deserve it.
Don't deserve what? Death?
Justice. The Dawnfather, yes, he has many crimes to pay for, but Arathis is true to her word. She's done everything she's made to do.
You were given the artificial essence of these gods as a way to drive you towards them, but also having the capability that you have read from this as she turns the book towards you. Can you read?
No. Well, what language is it in?
It is in common.
I can't read common.
I will read it for you then.
I haven't been alive that long. It'd be a waste of time to learn it.
She starts to read. The alpha testing. Alpha genome production and application. The alpha gene can be found in rare cases. I will use the Omnicron to create suitable test samples in hopes that mass producing the alpha gene. Further testing required. Omnicron was his cloning codex. The Omega Weapons Project. With alpha testing on the rise, I found myself a little problem that may just be the solution. I've been searching for a vulnerability in the alpha gene. I found a way to weaponize and harm those who have the alpha gene. To corrupt it, further testing required. The Alpha Omega Project. This program is devised to create a vessel that houses the essence of the divine and a test. All have ended in failure. I will look into this further. These will further become weapons against the gods. That is what you are.
Well, I won't just be a weapon that's used for all the gods.
He was originally making them so they could fight an individual god each. You were given the essences as she looks into the notes even further, flips through, and finds number 32. Or is it 34? 34, I believe.
Why would I know? Oh, my slave.
Mm-hmm.
We changed it to 111.
I thought we tried it 32.
It was 111.
111?
Yeah.
So then she thumbs over to 111 then. Number 111.
So you do know I was a slave
A slave?
to Etheria.
No.
That was my code.
You did not get that branding from any slaver.
It was the same as all my other bulls, cows, horses.
Oh, that must have been a strange coincidence. But you got that mark in here.
Every time someone has seen that, they've always directed it directly to that one place. I've been seen as a slave everywhere. I haven't been able to get jobs because of it.
No idea. But you were given this branding here.
I have friends who have the same branding, just different numbers.
You met others who have the branding.
Well, yes.
Have you used glamour magic before and it does not cover?
Glamour magic?
Magic that conceals your presence or your physical traits.
I don't think I've ever used that.
Has your friend? And the tattoo remains.
He doesn't use magic at all. No.
But does he change?
Yeah. I don't sense magic when he does it though.
Does the branding remain?
I honestly haven't paid attention.
Right.
Again, you guys gifted me with physical strength, but not a good brain apparently. Can't remember much.
Well, that is interesting. How are you?
What do you mean?
This is a lot to take in.
Yes, you could probably tell by my color. I'm trying to hold it back.
I see that.
I don't have control over it yet. I was hoping to get that out of the way here.
Well,
But it seems you just made it worse.
you came here for information and I'm giving it to you.
Well, what now? What does my great father have to do with this?
To nurture you further.
You expect me to just stand in a lab now after everything I've done?
No, not stand. He wishes for you to, for all his creations really, to rise above what primal fears they have.
But I have promises to make. I have things to do.
Yes, you do have things to do.
I have to take my friend to where he's going now.
Your friend will be released.
He'll be on his own.
Harm-free.
He'll be on his own.
Yes. You're staying here.
I need to protect him.
We cannot let one of Simon C2's children leave.
Well, luckily you have a lot of resources. So you can protect him.
Protect who?
Da. Ren.
We respect his tribe.
Yes.
We have agreements with his tribe that no harm will come to the tribe for wandering onto our land and our protected spaces.
Okay.
He will be free after this.
You can't give him anything. Any escort.
We will escort him down the mountain.
It's your country. You could just take him across.
We'll escort him down the mountain. He is a nomad and he will find a way.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
I don't know what to think of you, so I'm choosing to just stay as I was.
I appreciate the agreeableness. Now, on to more matters. Simon C2 will be arriving here tomorrow, and you'll finally be able to meet your father.
Is there something else I could do other than that? I don't really want to meet him.
Well, you will need continued research.
I don't have to see him though, right?
He will be up close and personal studying you.
Yeah, that's how he is, huh? Okay. What about training?
You will receive all combat training as in here as well. Now, you have Aether,
I do.
and I see you have Spirit Metal. Does that mean that you have embarked on a spirit journey?
Yes, I was supposed to be going back after this to finish it. That was on my last step. That's why I'm saying I have appointments. I have things I need to do.
We will discuss that with your father.
Okay.
But possibly there is a way for you to continue your spirit journey. Because once that journey is complete, you will know more truth. And you will know more power.
That's what I need, apparently.
And you'll be a much greater weapon against the gods.
I do have to say something though. I am in very good bonds with my spirit,
You have a spirit as well.
and he's very angry with me because I didn't kill you guys.
I appreciate you not killing us.
So if you have, in this training, if you have any missions for me to conquer a village or something, that would be very nice.
We will have it in writing, as she writes it in.
Okay, thank you.
Not to Kala, though.
Not to Kala.
Where?
You know the little port city, the river city down the ways? They're infested with zombies.
Wharton?
Yes, there was a big zombie outbreak, and we saved them, and we gave them hope. And
There was a zombie outbreak?
yeah, there was a scientist there that turned most of the villagers into one big glob of monster. We killed it, but now there's only like 30 villagers left. We made a mayor too.
You made what?
A mayor. He's an oath to me. He's a paladin.
What did you call this city?
Decala.
Decala?
It was Wanton.
Wharton.
Sure.
That is its name.
Not anymore.
Did you approve this with the Emperor and Empress?
They don't care about a little city.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Show it on the map. It's on the map.
Yeah, it's on the map. Look at it. You said with disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay, persuasion?
Yes.
Okay, that's at 23.
We'll make sure that it's amended to continue to stay as Wharton.
Why?
Because that is the township.
So those 30 villagers were that important.
Every citizen is important.
Oh, that's why you ignored the whole outbreak.
We were not made aware.
Apparently it's been going on for months.
No news got out or in. We have not gone down for many months.
Because Arkless is a big issue right now, huh? You guys only blew up their main city.
Were you there for that?
I was there. I was under the meteors.
Oh.
I actually extracted some of the meteor's power before it landed.
Oh. You can do that as well. He will be so pleased with you.
I don't like how you say that. I know you guys are all evil and bad, but I was raised with a good amount of friends that were pure.
Whatever path you may think you choose, your genetics do not lie to you. You know that your path lies with divinity.
Yes.
And it's cleansing.
Yeah. That has nothing to do with the good people of this world.
No.
I am going to be their protector, since obviously the gods aren't doing a good job.
And that is what you were created for. So you're doing an excellent job.
Feels weird to be complimented by you.
You're a beautiful creation. Why would I not? Would you like to see the lab?
Speaking of which, this was a while ago, but I was in the Underdark, and I gave the directions into this labyrinth to a minor goddess to be able to get passage through her land.
Alright.
Just letting you know. It's
A minor goddess.
Yeah, she was like a long dragon with aether, I think.
A long dragon with aether?
Yeah, she asked for secrets that nobody would know about, and I figured that was the best thing to tell her.
What was this creature called?
You expect me to remember that?
That is understandable. Well,
Oh, also another question.
yes.
So I used to be stronger then, like physically. Because I'm seeing all these people here, and apparently I just ran straight through them and killed all of them.
Oh, not physically, no. You exhibited all of these divinic traits that were imbued into you, and anybody who had any semblance of aether, you managed to just make their blood boil.
Like die.
Yes,
I use their aether to kill them.
it seems so.
Okay, well, I'll try not to do that to you.
There was many who walked through here prior and had no issue around you, but given that you are a weapon made to combat aether, and that is what the gods use as their source of power, you are a direct link of destruction to the gods and aether.
When I summon a steed, I always spawn a nightmare. Is that in the notes?
No.
Okay. I just summoned a horse once and it was a nightmare. And it's been with me ever since. I'm still in contract with it.
Alright, I thought you broke that contract.
Did I?
Yeah, I thought you did.
Oh, okay, maybe I did.
Yeah, I thought you broke that contract because you were trying to go with Tyrael completely.
Oh, okay, I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. But welcome home.
Okay. And yeah, see that my friend gets down safely.
Of
And
course.
I understand that this is my true place I need to be.
Of course. Well, would you like to see the lab and where you'll be staying?
I guess. I have no choice.
Good. Please stand up as she stands out.
Can I get these off?
Yes, please get
Just
the...
break them off.
Make a... Never mind, I saw your string. As you're just like, cool. Those were strong. Okay.
I was lucky they're not aether. If they were,
As you did do that, as you broke them, you saw the one who has the dagger, like on the wrist. It like kind of like, and it, as he was like getting ready, and you saw the one with the sword kind of slightly unsheath. The one with the armor kind of stand just a little bit more forward.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Apparently, I'll make your blood boil.
It seems as though that trait is no longer active in you.
I'm not enraged.
We'll see. As she starts to walk out, and it's at this point you are now starting to be escorted out, and you see like across this like narrow hallway, you see Cal being escorted out and no longer manacled, but has these very like official guards behind him. They have like very similar armor to her with like the white cape, and one of them has like bits and pieces of spirit metal armor affixed everywhere. Another one has a spirit metal sword and one spirit metal dagger on the side. And what was the other one? There was one more in there that I can't remember.
The one with the sword.
Yeah, there was the sword, the dagger, the armor. There was 4 of them. I forgot what the last one was.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Basically, there's a 4th one. And these ones, they all look like stormtroopers. Basically, they have like the white helmet with like the visor, like the black visor and everything. And these look like her personal guards.
Oh, there's my friend now, Cal. And I try to wave, but I'm still cuffed.
Oh, they uncuffed you.
Oh, they did. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Cal.
Oh, hey.
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 All right, can we go then? It sounds like we're.
Well, it looks like I'll be staying here a bit.
Oh.
But they did offer to give you protection on your way down the
As the
mountain.
chains are dangling from his wrists.
I don't understand.
I'm staying here.
Why would you do that?
Well, it's a lot to explain, but let's just say I know who I am now.
I'm glad that you found yourself. Who are you?
I'm hoping that in your journey you'll find who you are as well.
Are you good?
I will always be good. I will always fight for truth and life to the mortals.
Good. All right. Are you sure?
I'm sure. You know me. I may be chaotic, but I always try to do what's right.
I know, but are you okay staying here? Is this your plan?
It wasn't my plan, but I don't really feel like I have a choice. It's my calling.
I respect that. Well, and these people are just gonna let you stay here? I don't understand.
Well, they're gonna help me.
In a laboratory?
You can call it that. It's more of a training ground for people like us.
So, are you their vassal now, or?
I'm no one's vassal.
Keep it that way. You're a powerful weapon if used wrong. You can do a lot of damage without meaning to.
I usually mean to.
No. The thing inside of you will.
Apparently, the thing inside of me isn't real. At least, not how I thought it was.
Oh, well, it seemed pretty real when it's trying to kill me.
We'll see. Well, luckily, you don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't think we'll be seeing each other for a while.
So this is goodbye.
I think it is.
What do I tell the others?
Well, if they're not dead, tell them I said hi.
Okay.
Both your 3 fingers.
Okay then. So, do we? You're leaving now to your training,
And you're leaving now to your journey. I hope you find your brother.
yes, he is. He's been on my heart. I know he's there now, and I'm probably gonna kick his butt when I see him.
Well, let's both make haste for that.
And I look over to is the lady still there?
Yes,
You take good care of him.
of course. He is our cherished soldier. And our cherished creation.
Is she speaking the truth?
She's just saying pretty words.
Is she your mother?
She wants to be.
Oh. I was kind of hitting on her when she was interrogated.
She seems to be really impressed with my prowess, and she kind of wishes that I was hers.
DM's rolling or something.
You guys roll an insight check on her if you want.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Wait, I will. I'm gonna say that. Ooh. 21.
21.
Beautiful. Got 19.
Let me
16.
Okay. She is in love with you. She's infatuated with you. Like everything about you, awe-inspiring.
I'm picturing like the slime girl from Black Clover.
What a weird.
That's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Because like, evil scientist.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So, anyway. That'll be all.
Okay.
I will have my men see to it that personally you have a safe journey down the mountain and safe journey in your passages further.
I appreciate it. And my tribe appreciates it.
Of course. This long-standing agreement is crucial for both parties,
It is.
and we will honor it.
Alright, well. You know how to find me? If you need me.
You're pretty easy to find.
You stand out. I mean, I can't even
I'm
hide my
surprised we got
claws.
past through all these defenses.
I know. It's been a pleasure.
And she looks and over at one of her guards. She goes, "Take him down the mountain, please. Safely. Protect him from any harm that may come. And once he descends from the mountain, you may come back. But see to it that his journey is safe."
Oh, and what do you want us to do with Dekala? Because we promised them we'd be back real soon to help them.
And she turns to another one of them. "And please be sure to alert the Emperor and Empress that there has been a name change according to the people within Wharton, as they now wish to be called Dekala." Head nods to like one of the other guards.
It will grow into a mighty city. They also respect the druid ways. And they have a lovely statue they erected of us, saving them. It's quite artisan, if you ask me.
A town that was ruined by a zombie outbreak managed to have the smiths and time capable to create a statue of you?
It was very touching, yes. I was...
Make a deception check. Bad.
19.
19. That's weird, but whatever their whims are, I guess.
You can pay your respects there too to the statue. I mean, they do.
I do not
have
wish
like
to.
A whole thing they do now. It's
Please see to
honoring.
it that he is safely down the mountain. And you just see nods. And this is the one with the sword at his side. He kind of walks to you. How tall are you, Don?
7. I'm right here. Loading. It's loading. I am 7'4".
He's about a foot shorter than you. He's about
Okay.
6'5". This dude is tall and in full armor with that whole cape and everything. Looks like the breastplate itself is that black glossy. Also has medallions, not as many as her, but also still has medallions and other things like it looks like welded and affixed into the actual armor piece itself, with the proud crest of there as well.
Looks like I am in good hands. You have quite a few decorations on your armor.
They are bound to a vow of silence, all of my personal guard.
Yeah, that's smart.
You will not find much
Good people that tell you
conversation.
secrets too.
Yes, you will not find much good conversation with them, but they are well adept with aether.
That is good to know. And what is his specialty?
His specialty is freezing enemies.
It seems like it'd be easy to do here. Okay. Well, does he have a name?
Do you have a name, soldier? And he looks over at her, just shakes his head. There you have it.
Okay. I shall call you Nod. I respect that.
Have a safe journey.
And take care of my brother.
Of
the other
course.
mother.
We will take care of him as if he was our cherished relic.
Don't let that go to your head.
It already has.
You see the grin getting bigger.
Alright. I will tell everyone hi.
Thank you.
And you see the guard kind of like puts his hand on your shoulder, nods, and starts to walk.
Nod wants me to go, so I've got to go.
Yeah, we have things to do. It's nice knowing you.
We'll see each other again.
Probably. Hopefully not on the battlefield.
Well, if we're fighting on the same side, so
Depends on what's good at the time.
true. Be good.
You too. So we can fight together.
And you leave. And you're escorted out, and they put you into one of those transport vehicles. And
You hate it.
Playing music there, I'm like,
won't you take me to down and fuck it down? As you are led down into the further depths of this enormous fortress, you hop onto an elevator that's slightly rickety, but very functional as you continue to pass down in each level you pass through. You notice that the first level is just called R&D and then hyphen explosives. The next floor, R&D hyphen chemical weapons, R&D bioweapons,
What does R&D mean?
research and development.
Wait, research and development?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be RID?
No.
Okay.
as you continue to go down. And continues into another one that says main office, and it passes down pretty quickly past that one. Then there is what looks like another one that is, you see deep into this one, and this one glows like bright green with like a lot of large test tubes in there, like large, like a Bacta tank basically.
It's the pirate.
Was this always only elevator?
Yes.
So how did I run out? I don't know how this works.
Well, this elevator was broken and newly installed around 2.5 years ago.
Huh.
Seems as though you and your brethren climbed out of here.
Oh, so we escaped together.
I would assume so. All of you escaped at the same time. And then it goes down, and
Am I getting any memories of that here, like I was in the front?
flurry of them. It's overwhelming.
Can I get any faces out? Like,
A lot of Simon C2. A lot of him.
well, I mean of like me running away with my brethren.
No faces. All of you were amorphous.
Okay.
White-skinned beings that towered maybe 6 feet tall, and just completely pale skin, no features, featureless, almost like veins, like kind of like peeking through.
It's frightening.
Just large creatures that soon took shape.
I remember looking pretty ugly. I'm glad I'm more charming now.
Yes, you are much more charming. And then brings you into this one, and this one you see there is a like a riveted sign up on the top that says the Labyrinth of Flesh.
LOF.
Mm-hmm. And that's where we're gonna end today's session.
Okay.
As you are led down the mountain safely.
Yeah, it's not where I expected to go.
No, it wasn't where I was expecting it to go either.
What were you thinking I would do?
I thought you guys were going to find a way to sneak in here. Because there are ways for you to sneak in. But I figured you guys were going to try some way to sneak in, use some spells to
I don't have any.
convince
I can
people.
do that.
I can charm people.
Yeah, charm person.
Yeah,
Like that would work.
charming. I thought you were going to do all of that, but I didn't expect you guys to just wave the flag and go through the front door.
Well, my thought was they know there's something down there, and that's what they're trying to fight off and protect us from.
Mm-hmm.
So my idea was I'd surrender to them and be like, "Hey, I'm here to get rid of your problem."
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that was my idea.
Instead, you got a lore dump.
Yeah. Instead, I'm the problem.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah, so that was good.
Yeah.
Good sesh.
So how does this work now? Am I not a PC anymore?
We'll discuss that later.
Okay.
Give us the outro.
See ya.
See ya.